That should be good now.
Can you hear us now?
We should have sound. Let me just get back over to Ecamm Live.
My coffee is steaming so hard I can't hardly even see.
Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm cold. I'm freezing. Rachel's got like the air conditioning in the RV set to like 65 degrees.
Yeah, of course. Yes, on sound. Hello.
There we go. Everything should be good now.
You know what?
What is that?
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we're
Two Crazy Ketos. And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos, and we do product reviews, and we talk about various keto topics, and we crash drones when we're on a camping trip.
We do. I mean, you can find us on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have I forgot what we have. Oh, we have a website.
That's right.
Which is twocrazyketos.com. And that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week. So make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to click the little bell icon in that way. Every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it. You know, when we get back to getting to meet with everybody, we're going to be having some fun giveaways
I'm having an allergy attack.
With whether or not someone can say and repeat
That's my
intro.
plan. We're going to have some cool giveaways the next time when there's like a full meetup. Like, if you can repeat it. Because lately we can't repeat it. Let's see who's here. Gail said, Porking Good is made 30 minutes from where I live, but you can't buy them anywhere close to me.
That makes no sense at all.
Mommy is here.
Hi.
Miriam is here. Robin is here. Colleen is here. Lisa's here. Kim is here. Unfortunately, I cannot see any comments from before we went live because of the way we have the setup on the RV.
Yes.
So I know people are always in here talking beforehand.
You guys are so awesome.
Rachel Bartley is here.
Hey, Rachel.
Steph is here. I see them moving. Yeah, I just forgot to turn on the microphone. Karen is here. Nan is here.
Hi, Nan.
Patty Epps is here. Defense
Patty.
Wiz.
Hey, Defense
Renee
Wiz.
is here.
Hey, Renee.
Wanda is here from Bellevue, Florida.
Parrot Head
Jenna,
Renee's here.
we have sound and no picture. You should have picture.
How is your arm healing? After a tattoo,
Yeah.
it's
Steph's like,
skin gets tight.
Steph said you sound like you have a cold. I'm having an allergy attack because it got like all of a sudden hot again.
Timing.
And that's what happens with me is whenever we go from a hot to a cold, my allergies flare up. Again, I'll go to bed tonight, be perfectly fine in the morning.
Somebody always says that they can tell what the weather is like because of their joints or like an old knee injury or something like that. I can tell what the weather is because Joe gets an allergy attack every single time that it changes.
So we're gonna rush through it tonight. Not rush, but we're not gonna do long tangents.
But Keto Chow,
because we want to make sure that we get off for the
stream.
Keto Chow live stream, which is at 9:30 Eastern. So tonight's sponsor
is so Porking Good.
Is Porking Good, and we actually just
amazing.
filmed a review of this. We broke our 48-hour fast with Porking Good. Like, that did not make me sad at all.
It wasn't maybe an adult decision, but it was our decision. We stand by it.
We actually only tried a little bit of seasoning and a couple of pork rinds.
From these new flavor.
So they've got 4 seasonings now. They've got the dill pickle. I forgot what one of them is. They have another one is the Himalayan salt one.
Yes.
The salt and vinegar.
This one.
This is their new one. It's a smoky jalapeno cheese, which we have. That's what we broke our fast with. And these are delicious.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Were you a little bit sad that the Stupid Hot was not one of the new flavors of this?
No, because these are good. Like, they're going to be good on wings. They're going to be good on top of your eggs, your burgers, anything like that. There is no maltodextrin. I know people keep saying, like, there's no malt. I think originally when Porking Good first started, they had some maltodextrin in a couple of their flavorings, but these don't have any maltodextrin, no MSG in them.
Nope.
Super clean ingredients. I think the worst thing that they have is this one here, the smoky jalapeno. There's a smoke flavor. And it's like the last ingredient, and it's a smoke oil flavor, and it says the smoke oil is made with, what kind of oil was it?
Let me see.
It's like the last ingredient.
It is soybean.
Soybean oil and smoke flavor, but again, they're using that to make the smoke seasoning. So, like, it's such a minuscule amount, it's not going to affect anybody. I mean, if you're having Buffalo Wild Wings, you're having this. Because if you got Buffalo Wild Wings, every one of their dry rubs has maltodextrin in them.
Yeah,
so
they do.
That's just something to think about. So, here's what they're giving away, and the way you're going to enter the giveaway is, again, leave a comment on the replay of this video. It's got to be a comment, it can't be in the chat. And then we'll draw the winner tomorrow. And they're giving away a 4-pack of the seasonings.
Which
so
you
one
want
of each
them.
flavor of the seasoning.
Yes.
And that's what they were giving away. And I messaged them after we shot the video for this today. And I said, I need some pork rinds too.
Ballsy, right?
I am. But
ballsy. Like,
so
not enough.
they're doing
what more?
The 4. Well, it's not for me. It's for them.
I know, but so you get ballsy when it comes to these guys.
I definitely do.
It's like, no, I think we can do better.
Step up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's the 4-pack of that and 4 bags of the new flavor of the jalapeno and cheese one.
Now we're in this.
And they'll be mailed out. Now, we are not affiliates of them. We make no money off of Porking Good. We just really like it. But we did tell them that, like, you know, all we get is every once in a while they'll message us and say, can we send you a couple of products? And we're like, absolutely. But we do have a coupon code. It's 2 Crazy Ketos, and that will get you 10% off. But again, we don't make any money off of it.
But we still
anything
want
like that. But we did tell them,
coupon.
like, we want a coupon to save people money.
Yeah.
So that is today's sponsor.
Which, thank you so much, Porking Good, because it really is flipping awesome.
Yep.
So this is good news, but Joe is also holding some bad news.
Where's the other half? Did I lose it?
Are you talking about the other half of your drone?
This is the camera.
Yeah. It's supposed to be in this.
This is my $1,500 Autel Evo 2 8K drone.
With a broken leg.
2 broken legs.
Oh my gosh.
2 broken legs. It's totaled.
We should be shooting it. That's what we would do.
So I went, I found a place where I can legally take off. I took off.
He legally took off.
I got some really good footage.
Up till the crash.
And then I said, okay, I'm going to go to a different area because I wanted to get some good footage of the campground. So I parked where I'm illegally allowed to fly. And I took off. Within 20 seconds of it taking off, it said magnetic interference. And I had what's called a flyaway, where you completely lose control of the drone. I thought
that was a hair thing.
It's not. It doesn't happen very often. It was some kind of electrical interference.
Magneto from X-Men.
It flew directly into a tree at full speed. Thank God it didn't hit a person.
Well, that's, yeah. I mean, oh my gosh, every day.
It would cause severe lacerations to people.
Thank you, Lord.
And the thing is, it does have crash avoidance, so there was definitely, there was something wrong, because usually you can't hit anything with it. Like, I've tried running at full force at a building, and it wouldn't go near the building.
Well, it did it today.
And it did it today, so there was definitely an issue with it. And so, fortunately, I do have insurance.
Thank you for
the insurance. The bummer part is that the insurance company said, well, I'm like, it can't be fixed. You know, I lost, like, the camera. Like, hello? Like, completely broken off. And they said you have to send it into Autel. Autel's going to tell you how much it costs to fix. And then we're just going to either pay to repair it or most likely replace it. But that's like a whole, like, send it off to Autel, takes 2 weeks, that kind of stuff.
I remember.
But I have a backup drone.
Thank you, Lord. Because and this was the funny thing. So we start to use the backup drone. We drove around the area trying to look for, like, what is there to do here? We're new. This is the first time we're here. We literally drive 3 minutes away from where we're at, and it's the most gorgeous, open, ocean-looking.
We're on the edge of Lake Okeechobee.
It is absolutely flipping
Which you think about
gorgeous.
A lake, you think it's a lake. It looks like an ocean.
And
you
it's
cannot
moving.
see the other side at all, but it's gorgeous.
But open, and he goes, boy, this is great for drone flying. And I'm like, yeah, we learned that a little too late. Probably should have come here first. No tree to hit.
Right. But I will say this, that we kind of really grew to appreciate where we live. Yes. Because this is like the middle of like sugarcane farming.
Yeah.
And that's what's here. It's just a lot of farming area in the edge of Lake Okeechobee.
There's not even a Walmart
We're
for an hour.
We're near Pahokee and Belglade, and yeah, the closest Walmart's an hour away. It's a little tiny Stop and Shop in the center of town. Like, gas is 50 cents more a gallon because there's one gas station.
It's so cute,
and
though.
And it really makes us realize how much we take for granted the fact that we live within 2 miles of 3 different Walmarts.
Yes. I mean, you have to really know that you are, like, what do you have in your cupboard?
Right.
Because there was like, it took us like 40 minutes to find even like a Save-A-Lot. There's no grocery store.
And we were just kind of driving around. We wanted to see the area.
There were people like grocery shopping at like the Marathon gas station.
Yep.
Because that was it.
But the cool part is we are really having a good time here.
Yeah.
Rachel's enjoying dry camping because we have a generator. And you know why she's really enjoying it? Camping at a Florida state park, which is very cheap. It's $26 a night plus your taxes and your fees. It works out to be just about $30 a night, which isn't bad because it's free electric and free water and everything.
Beautiful scenery.
This is completely free, and we've burned through a whole $4 in gas in 2 days on the generator.
Praise the Lord. So I'm like, yeah, okay, so I can do this, because I thought, well, it's going to be cost prohibitive, because I can remember being stressed out about, planning for a hurricane. If you have a generator and you're thinking about like hurricane budgeting, with this and how much you're going to go through.
Look at top.
It's not the same for boondocking camping. It's been $4. So like $4 to like get away for 2 nights.
We have the Harbor Freight inverter generator. If you're looking for an inverter generator, this Harbor Freight one is great.
Yeah.
And they're having like all kinds of sales right now. You can get it for like $600. And it's as good as the Honda one that's $2,400.
Yeah.
And you can get an extended warranty from them for $100. And if it breaks, they just give you a new one. They're like, we don't fix them. You just walk in here, say it doesn't work, whatever's wrong with it, and we tell you go get a new one off the shelf. So completely worth it. So you can buy 3 of them for the price of one Honda. And you figure the Honda is a 3-year warranty. So you can just get a new one every year and still not be the price of a Honda.
Seriously.
Okay. Lori said, who are you people again? He said, hey, yo, I'm so glad to see you too. Today was an especially wonderful day. I got some good news, but it will take me several comments to fill you in.
Oh, I can't wait to find out.
Shauna said, where is Chris? Someone text them. Sarah said, Mommy said, oh, sorry, at least you got some footage. Yeah. Lisa said, I want to try my hand at keto Christmas cookies this weekend if I have time.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. Let's see.
Rusty says, top of the evening to you.
Let's see. Donna said, hey, Joe and Rachel.
Hi.
April said, happy Tuesday night, everyone.
Hi,
Jennifer
April.
said, does everyone blast AC and put on a sweatshirt? I thought that was normal.
That is normal. That is absolutely
Rachel
normal.
blasts the AC in our bedroom and then gets under a heating blanket. And meanwhile, like, she knows
Cozy.
I'm fanatical about, like, the AC in my electric bill.
It is, okay, so it is, like, you talk about, like, comfort food. It is I have a comfort atmosphere. Some people have comfort food. I have a comfort atmosphere, and that is the coziness. I want it freezing cold, and I want to be snuggly.
Now, we did have to make it cold, though, because of the lights and the cameras and everything else. And then, once we're done, generators got to get turned off, which we were really comfortable last night. So, we were super comfortable. I have
I'm shocked.
Solar generator, which is a big 500 watt. It's not big. I actually have it plugged into the camera to make sure the camera doesn't get turned off tonight. It's about this big, and we have a giant floor fan, and it ran our floor fan almost all night. I think it finally went dead at like 7 o'clock in the morning, which is right when we were allowed to turn the generator back on.
I love the white noise. Do you need white noise to sleep? I never used to. I used to have it like super quiet, or I couldn't go to bed. And now I'm finding I'm really enjoying like that white noise.
Just a little fan.
What is if any, what is the noise that you have to have playing on in the background in order for you to rest?
Line Girl said, started following Maria Emmerich's keto calculator yesterday. Meal planning a bit harder when switching from 15 net to 20 total. I guess I have to cut back on veggies and snacks.
It's an adjustment.
I would say cut back on the snacks. I'm not sure what you're trying to do. Don't worry about the veggies so much. Like, if you've got to be a little bit over, if you're over on your veggies, don't worry about it. They're God-made carbs. You're fine.
Right.
It's the nonsense stuff, especially when you get into a lot of the products where they're playing games with fiber. Like, Chris and I talk about that all the time. Like, when you start seeing something that's got absolutely no sweetener and it's like 20 total carbs and 18 grams of fiber, something's wonky. They're playing that fiber game.
We're starting to see things with higher and higher total carbs that I thought, wow, I mean, like 37 total carbs per serving.
Oh, that was that Duncan Hines cupcake thing.
What?
That Anthony and I had.
What is wrong with them?
But at least that was allulose. It wasn't even fiber.
But I was just like shocked.
But when you see some of these bars and they're mostly fiber, that's where they're getting into using things like IMO fiber and stuff like that. But
crazy.
I mean, I would not worry about so much about your broccoli. If eating like an extra cup of broccoli is going to put you over a carb or two, don't worry about it. It's the keto snacks and stuff you really need to worry about.
But it is an adjustment.
But it's definitely an adjustment.
But I'm excited for you. Like, that's really cool.
Ross said, hope you're having a great time.
Thank you.
He said, when I was 2 years old, I had spinal meningitis, which left me deaf in my left ear, or so I thought.
What?
He said, today I had a doctor appointment where we discovered there was still some hearing still working in that ear.
Oh, that is so exciting.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Shell said, I hate winter allergies. They are the worst.
Well, and they're just so unreasonable.
Yep.
Because it's not like it's a plant that you could avoid.
Shauna is here.
Hi, Shauna.
And Trisha's here. Mini North Carolina fan is here. Lisa said, "Ugh, I hope my son gets off late from work so I don't miss anything from the live."
Aw, bless your heart.
I hope they work late.
Aw, I love you, Lisa.
Nicole said, "Hey everyone, walking on a treadmill and watching."
Wow, you're doing so much better than me, sitting in my recliner. Man.
He said, the tech read off a list of 10 words to me that I had to repeat to him verbatim. I did this with no issue.
Heath, this is so awesome. Oh my goodness. I love that.
Yeah.
Like any news where you're like, well, what you thought was always going to be bad forever that's not the case. Wow. That is awesome.
Okay, so Sabrina wants to know,
Lucy.
do I have to count total carbs? Net isn't enough. Pretty much all of us can start off on net carbs, no problem, because we were eating so many carbs pre-keto.
That 20 net
What
carbs
happens is your body starts to adjust, but worse than anything, more than even your body adjusting, it's how much, like, keto products and frankenfoods, which some of the keto products that are out, or keto-friendly products, we actually have a video coming out about that, are having them. So, like, when you get into, like, these keto breads that you find at Aldi or even at Costco and things like that, where they're like 20 grams of fiber and 20 grams of total carbs and 20 grams of fiber, and it's 0 net carb bread, but it's using wheat and stuff.
Right.
That's where you're going to start having some issues if you're eating a lot of that. You know, so what we do is we try to stick to about 20 total carbs. So the best thing about it is it helps you limit not overindulging on too many keto treats.
Yeah.
So if you have a bar and that's say 14 or 15 total carbs, and then the rest of your day you're eating maybe some veggies or, eggs, which do have a carb in them, though I don't usually count it. But that's the only real, like, carb, you're going to be fine.
We just say, like, set a total carb cap of some sort. So,
Right.
like, just say, okay, well, 20 net carbs and 40 total carbs.
Right.
And then that
Just
way,
so you don't overdo it.
You won't go wrong.
Yeah.
You won't be upset with that. And then see how you do with a total carb cap at all.
Right.
And then you can move that total carb cap down if you feel like adjusting it will help, continue to move you downward on the scale if that is the goal.
Yeah, because some of us are more carb sensitive to others. Some people have to get all the way down to like 5 or 10 carbs to stay in ketosis after a while, especially if you're eating a higher amount of caloric food. Like if you're when you're eating a low amount of calories, you could get into ketosis eating 30 carbs. But if you're only eating 400 calories for the day, but you're eating 50 carbs, you're going to get into ketosis because you're in starvation mode. Now, you're going to screw up your metabolism and everything else, but that's besides
Rachel.
the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the thing. I could easily make 200 total carbs less than 10 net carbs.
Yeah.
So that's not good. That's why you should have some type of a total carb cap. So we try to stay under 20 total carbs, and then once in a while we'll have a cheat day or a dessert day, and on our dessert day we say it's no more than 20 net carbs, but no more than 30 or 40 total carbs. So that allows us to have maybe some ice cream or something like that, but still not go insane. We can't have like 5 cups of ice cream. We can have a cup of ice cream.
Man.
So, hopefully I explained things. Shauna said, okay, I had to get a picture out. It's just the voice. He said, I can't get too excited because I will not get an official diagnosis until the 28th, but to say that I'm excited is an understatement. I almost danced for joy as we left the doctor.
Well, can I get too excited?
Of course you can.
If he's saying that he can't get too excited about this, but can I get too excited, Heath? Because I would really like to get too excited about this. Like, I think this is super awesome, and I'm excited. Like, I'm too excited, but I'm going with it.
Yeah.
I'm too excited. But
Rachel said today was my first day back to work, and I think it was too soon. It's a bit rough day. I was glad what I could do.
Yeah, don't try to overdo it.
Christopher said I'm looking forward to the seasonings from Porking Good.
Yeah. There's so much, like, my light bulb over my head goes up as far as, like, what you could add this to and, like, cook with. Because, again, I can't even tell you how many times we run out of pickles in our house because pickles are beloved by me, by Caleb. You like pickles. Anthony likes pickles. We always like pickles. And this has got such a good pickle taste to it that I am excited that even like for burgers to just make a dill pickle burger.
Right.
Hello, or chicken. I mean, that's really exciting.
And again, like I said, their way of sponsoring us is they're not giving us any money. It's simply giving us a product to give away. So please, if you are going to order Pork and Good, use our coupon code just so that they know we send you. We're not making any money off of it, but it does when they see like Two Crazy Ketos, they know like,
I'll keep sending things to them.
We'll keep sponsoring videos and giving giveaways for them.
The smoky jalapeno and cheese on eggs.
I can't wait.
Deviled eggs with this, I think is going to like be a game changer.
Yep. So Renee said, my artist is amazing. It was sore that night, but no more. Just keeping it moisturized. Sodas have a heavy hand at all. She's been doing it for 30 years. I think we should get your mom to go get a tattoo with me.
Well, we were supposed to get a matching one, me and her, and haven't had that yet. We need to get that. We need to do that.
I want to get a quarter of a sleeve.
I want like a sparrow on my foot, but feet have a lot of bones in them. Mm-hmm. And I remember from getting my ankle one that wherever they're coloring it in is like... that you're like good enough. I mean, you want it to be perfectly colored in and shaded, and that was what I noticed about yours, Renee, that it's like so shaded so beautifully.
Right.
But at the time it's going on, you're like, oh, I feel like you've colored it in enough.
Right. Claire said salt and butter flavor tastes like a bit like Bugle. See, I think it tastes like butter popcorn. I think
now that's a seasoning I want.
Yeah. Alex said I was a little sad about no stupid hot seasoning.
See, me too. I feel like I wanted them to lead with that. Like on chicken, you would go nuts about that.
Oh, I know.
Chicken salad.
Miriam said they're doing a half hour later so we can talk longer. Well, that's a bad thing to tell us.
You're so awesome.
You guys are awesome. Sonia said I was actually able to find Redmond's real salt at a health food store today, about 30 minutes from home. We will be trying it for the first time tomorrow.
I can't wait to find out what you think. And definitely do a side-by-side test. So have your table salt ready, and then Redmond, and then see what you think. I
forgot the order. Chris, do you remember the order? Or Miriam, do you remember the order? You're supposed to do one and then the other. I want to say it's the Redmonds and then the table salt.
Okay. But
I don't remember. Chris will, because I'm sure he's had those little packets. Lisa said, oh, I don't know where the Keto Chow peppermint patty recipe is. Do tell. It's on the Keto Chow website.
We need to make that. Because I was all about the York peppermint patty. Were you like all about that?
I loved those things. Matreya said, Alex, try flat iron pepper flakes if you want tears. I can't feel my face flavor. Otherwise, the barbecue or dark or smoky.
Okay, so Matreya, that is the best like example of like, that's the best definition of hot I've ever seen. Like, tears, I can't feel my face.
I like that.
Tears, I can't. I'm stealing that, Matreya, just to let you know. Like, tears, I can't feel my face. Like, that is a great description.
Sahid said, because for 42 years I was told I was completely deaf in my left ear and that hearing aids would not help, but today disproves that. That is awesome.
That is
so awesome.
Awesome. I'm not kidding. I'm getting too excited and I don't care. I'm gonna do it.
Mary Jo said, I buy pork rinds by the case of 24. Learn about them from 2KK. They are my go-to when I'm not in the mood to cook. A bag of white cheddar and I'm good.
Seriously, because they're very filling. I mean, I know that they're supposed to be like 4 servings in a bag. 2 servings for us if we're lucky.
Yeah. Well, Anthony takes them too.
But once we're done eating them, then you're like, I should not have eaten that fast because they are so filling.
Yeah. Now we're going to do the drawing for the Keto Bricks in a few minutes. So if you haven't yet registered for that, head on over to that video and make sure you leave a comment so we can give away the Keto Bricks. It was funny. I had to cut out a piece of it at the end. And it's still like encoding because we couldn't get the computer to turn off last night.
No.
And Rachel's like, the volume went down, but I was like, go away. And I was like trying to get the screen to go off.
You're saying, like,
she's
go
like, you're
away,
telling
everybody.
them to go away. I'm like, no, I'm trying to get the pop-ups to go away.
Like,
I hate pop-ups.
But I'm like, I know what's going on over here, but like it doesn't always translate well. Like, go away. Like
I never want to get off.
He'll be like doing that at home and he'll say something and the kids are like, what, me?
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
He said, thank you everyone. There are too many of you to tag individually. Said Miriam, yeah, we're going live 30 minutes later tonight.
Awesome.
Caboodle said this is incredibly awesome news, Heath.
It really is.
Hey, Constance is here.
Constance!
Right Family said, we just found out we have the most cases. Anyone want house guests?
I do, because you have a baby.
Yes.
How is the baby doing? We're definitely praying because he's got to have like the tongue surgery. But one of our nephews did that too, and it went really smoothly. But I know that's really scary when they say they have to do that.
Donna said, sounds like where I live, we are so far behind. All the malls, Walmart, Targets are 45 to 50 minutes away.
You have to have a shopping list. This would be terrible although I'm not going to say that, because 2021 for me is all about organization. Like, I am super amping up my organization, and I can't wait to share like the nerdy stuff that I'm doing to get better organized in 2021, because I'm really tired of wasting time and being frustrated. And one of the ways that I really get frustrated is I don't make a list. I go to the store, I forget something, I get home, and I'm like, shoot, now I have to go back. It's like a colossal waste of time.
That's happened to me when I'm working on, like, doing household projects, working on construction. But then also, you just never know, because, like, Rachel's like, I don't understand why you don't know what you need. I'm like, because if you know anything about construction...
Keep getting deeper into the project.
When you start opening up, you don't know what you've got until you open up that wall. You think this is a simple project, and then you open up the wall and find out there's no beams there. Like, now I gotta go buy beams, you know?
I better understood what you were saying when we would watch like a TLC show where they were doing a home renovation, or they would like try to flip a house, and then you're like, well, this is such a deal, and then we're gonna flip this house, and then they start in and they're like, we've lost money on this,
right?
Because you don't know what you're getting until you get into that wall.
Yep. One thing that, like, when we went camping at, I want to say it was Mayaca, and we were coming home, and we didn't stop for gas because it was one gas station, and they were charging like $1 more a gallon for gas. I'm like, okay, we're fine. And then we didn't hit another gas station for a long time, and I'm watching the needle, because in towing the trailer, you can watch the needle move. I only get 8 miles to a gallon towing the trailer. So, like we finally strolled into where there were, gas stations. And the little thing on the gauge on the bottom said, like, you have like 40 miles to go before you run out of gas.
It was like coughing with a pump of smoke.
And so now what I've started doing is, that's why I got that one gas can. Well, now I can have two.
Thank you,
Lucy. Is that we decided that I'm always going to drive with 5 to 10 gallons of gas in the bed of the truck when we're towing. One for the generator when we bring the generator, but also just in case, because we got over here, and if we hadn't gone out for that ride, there is no gas station within 30 minutes.
So
now,
I
showed up here with more than a half a tank, but it's just nice knowing that push comes to shove, I've got a 5-gallon backup sitting in the bed.
We were thanking the Lord for you today, because we put it into our new gas can.
Yeah.
Did I get my Christmas shopping done? No, I did not.
Oh, that's one I was looking for.
I'm like way behind, and like it's worse because nothing.
Chris is with them.
I was able to have my mother do some of my nephew's Christmas shopping, which is kind of hilarious, because it's like, yeah, I outsourced that, because that was a major concern even before my own children. Thinking that the nephews aren't going to get what they want for Christmas like totally stresses me out.
Right.
So yeah, but when we get back home tomorrow, I'm going in full mode. Like, we got to get this done.
Okay, Maitreya said 10 Eastern for their live stream. She's not going to make it. Vicky said definitely white noise. Emily likes to hear rain in the background.
Oh, that's nice.
Mary Lou said no noise for her or she'll wake up.
Okay.
When we first got married, I always had noise in the background, usually a TV, because I go to sleep much later than Rachel, so I know it's really bad for you to go to sleep with the TV on, but I do. And Rachel was a complete silence. And then she became she couldn't even take the ceiling fan going. And I'm like, I cannot go to sleep without a ceiling fan. Like, I can learn to adjust with the television, but not the new ceiling fan.
So we've done this. We've compromised. So
right.
I've come up to some noise and he's gone down to some silence.
Robin says TV to go to sleep. Colleen said, I sleep with the fan on, always cold or hot.
Yep.
Marlis has insomnia, so I leave the TV on all night. That's what I do, because I have a hard time going to sleep. My brain is always going, so I'll watch the TV and I will usually fall asleep. And for example, there is a brand new, oh my gosh, now I'm drawing a blank of who's in the movie, from Taken, Liam Neeson. There's a brand new Liam Neeson movie. I bought it on iTunes.
I did not know this.
Yes, I've been trying to watch it for 4 days.
Did you just not have me involved because
You don't like Liam Neeson movies that much.
I'm like okay with him, but like I feel like Taken.
I love Liam Neeson movies.
It's like Taken 500.
Well, it's not a Taken movie.
Maybe I know, but I feel like all of the like the Taken movies. He did a bunch of Taken movies.
3.
I'm like maybe just like keep your loved ones with you. How about that?
So this movie is he robs banks.
He's the opposite. He's the bad guy.
He robs banks, and what happens is he meets a girl, and falls in love with her, and so he wants to be honest with her. So he calls the FBI.
All right.
And he says to the FBI, I'm this certain bank robber who's never been caught, and he was like, I want to turn myself in.
I want to be a better man.
And I'm going to give you all of the money that I've stolen. Every penny.
It's like Jack Nicholson, you make me want to be a better man.
Yeah, and exactly. And they actually say why, and he's like, because I fell in love and I want to have honesty between me and her. So I'm going to give you all the money. In exchange, I want like a local prison, like very little time.
Could I go to jail too?
So, well, I've never gotten past this part. So what happens is, I'm telling you pretty much what you see in the preview. What happens is they send these other 2 guys show up, and these 2 FBI agents decide like, yeah, right, we're not turning this guy in. It's like $7 million.
Like
we're gonna take the money and kill him. And so that's about as far as I've gotten, is right when they decide we're taking this money. But 4 nights now. That all happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Wait. It's another Taken. This time his money. It's Taken.
Well, now they're trying to kill him.
And he's going to have to go after it.
And they killed their boss because their boss figured it out.
Okay, I want to know, is there a line in this movie that says he has a unique skill set?
I don't know.
Any variation?
4 nights.
His money got
10
taken.
minutes in.
This is Taken 6.
So that's how I go to sleep.
This is Taken.
See, Rachel needs the TV on to fall asleep. I set a timer to shut it off in an hour.
Oh, that's
Ours
smart.
just turns off.
That's cool, though.
The problem is if I get up in the middle of the night to go pee, now I got to turn it back on.
Yeah. That's an old man issue.
Steph said my bedroom fans never get turned off. Us either, until we decide we're going to clean it, and then you turn it off, and I'm like, can you turn that back on so I don't realize how dirty we are?
There's a pet up there. There's a pet on that one thing.
Heather said...
my brother always has to have one.
My husband has tinnitus, so we always have a fan going in the bedroom, but we also have an air purifier in one bedroom and in the living room.
I like the sound of an air purifier. I really do. I like that sound.
Gail said I cannot sleep in total silence. TV is my go to sleep. I am an insomniac.
He says he's gonna update it too in the next video.
LPC said I always have to have a fan on to sleep, both the noise and the air circulation. I also listen to the YouTube Bible app.
Oh, that's
or YouVersion Bible app.
That's a nice background. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, when I really can't sleep, James Earl Jones reading the Bible does it.
Oh yeah. Parrot Renee said I'm on a treadmill.
It warms my heart. What? Skull, back up. When they see me, Shauna.
Steph said, got our keto crate. We tried the Nush and I liked it. I was sad the chocolate candy with the big R on it had maltodextrin in it. Hillary got that one and liked it. Yeah, it does have maltodextrin in it. But other than that, it's pretty clean. I mean, listen, all of the chocolates are either going to have maltodextrin or they're going to have some kind of like fiber. Usually like a chicory root fiber or what's the other one that I can't think of? Like some kind of tapioca fiber, because that's how they're getting it so smooth.
Line Girl says, my comfort sound at night is brown noise. I have it running all night and it drowns out the street noises and other sounds. Not my alarm clock though. Brown noise resembles the fan sounds frequency.
Oh,
that is so cool.
PJ said white noise. Yes, I've had a small fan noise for 30 years now. I can't sleep without it no matter where I'm at. People think I'm crazy because I take a fan with me on vacation. So Rachel's mom's got like 8 fans on her.
My brother is hilarious. So he's super fancy pants. He always wants to stay at like the Swan or the Dolphin like hotel. Like he loves like room service and all that kind of stuff. He loves fancy pants hotels.
I can't drink my hot chocolate. It's too hot.
But he can't go to sleep unless he has at least a box fan noise. So there he's always, I mean, talk about don't care. Like right. He's just walking through the lobby of some fancy place carrying his plastic box fan with him. Like it's going with him everywhere.
And your mom is the same way. She has to have fans.
Has to have
and
a
it's
fan
funny because
noise.
I said one of her fans I know has a heater on it. And I said, can we borrow that when we take the boys camping just in case it's cold? And she's like, I can't give up anyway. Like, I will notice one fan missing, but I have other heaters you can take with you.
She had 2 heaters, though, that were my dad's. Because
That's awesome.
My dad was always cold.
It was like me.
It was like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It would be like 5 degrees lower and he's like freezing. Like had a heater on in his office. And we were always like,
That's
how?
why we had gotten them that one heater.
How?
Robin said, I thought I was going to have a bone marrow biopsy and the oncologist said today it wasn't needed.
Praise
That
the
is
Lord.
awesome.
That is awesome. Oh my goodness. That's great news.
Stephanie said some of those braids are made from rubber. They just don't list it.
Well, you saw the one we did from the Aldi where he like closed it and then you would open your hand and it would turn from a ball of Play-Doh to back to bread again. That was frightening.
Darcy says, my dessert day, keto cakes, cheesecake, cupcake. Ooh. Teresa said, I'm guessing I'm doing like 0 carbs because for the last 3 days I've been eating just protein.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Let's see. Make sure you are eating some fat. Your body needs some fat for vitamins. So that's people don't understand. Like, you need some fat for just fat soluble vitamins and stuff.
What's your favorite fat?
My favorite, bacon.
Bacon. That's a delicious fat.
I told Rachel if we can go one more day. So we each had a pork rind and a 1/4 teaspoon of the seasonings for the video. And if we can go one more day, I've got a gift certificate for Texas Roadhouse that I got for my birthday. We're going to go get ribs, prime rib on the way home tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Defense Wood said that pickle seasoning sounds freaking amazing.
It is so stinking good. In fact, I mean, if they would have led with this, I feel like, I don't even know if you even need pork rinds because like you're just going to put this on everything. And there's so many, like I'm excited for more flavors from this. They are so smart because their breadcrumbs, substitute the pork rind crumbs are like the bomb for cooking. We use those all of the time for stuff. And now the seasoning blends, like I think they're really being smart.
Mommy said I'm in for this one. Christopher said, I've been counting total carbs for a long time, but between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's net carbs probably until 2021. I'm going to enjoy some keto treats that I haven't had in a while. Renee said, that's what I'm working on as a full sleeve. There are certain areas of the arm that were quite tender. Back of the arm, over the tendons, over my shoulder bone, really smart area. Heather said Phil is working on a 1/4 sleeve. That's one tattoo.
I'm so excited. So Heather and Phil.
He's wondering what a 1/4 sleeve is.
Oh yeah.
So I have a tattoo on the back of this shoulder. This side is a flag with the boys' names, and then over on this side is a cross.
Right.
And what I want to do is like basically take that one and blend it down into here with like some fire and doves and things like that, representing the Holy Spirit. But
we always have some bill to pay that we're like,
it's not even a bill. As much as I want it, and I don't even mind the pain, is I start thinking like $1,500, man. I could buy another drone with that.
There's always something that comes up that
there's
like,
so
takes
many
precedent.
other toys that I feel like I would enjoy more over a tattoo.
Yeah.
But it's, again, priorities. Like, I don't want to spend $2 on a tube of toothpaste, but I have no problem spending $6 on a 6-pack of soda.
I know.
Figure that one out.
I know. It's always like, where should the money go?
Rachel got me some tabs, so I'm drinking it, but once this is gone, I'm off of soda again for the foreseeable future. Hopefully at least 2 or 3 months.
I love you, 1980s lady.
I know, but you made me think about it, and now I wanted it.
I know.
He said, Joe and Rachel, please come visit us in Texas. I will take you to see my cousin in Dallas, who is a tattoo artist.
Oh, I'm in.
Well, depending on what happens with the cruise.
Okay, I gotta say, though, funniest tattoo, though, story was my friend, his mom decided to get all 3 of her kids tattooed on her chest.
Don't do portraits.
And she did not have the awesomeness, because I've seen portraits done amazing.
Until you
amazing.
get older.
But this artist,
and your child's portrait starts aging with you.
It was. And here's the weirdest part was like my friend, it was not a great picture. It was supposed to be his high school graduation, and it was like peeking up scarily over her top. Every time she would like wear something low cut, it was like creepy version of him, like zombie him was like coming up over her bra. It was just like, I don't know.
Judy said, hello from Maryland, new here and loving your channel.
Welcome.
I got a text message from Miriam.
I love Maryland.
Miriam said, oh, so do the Redmond salt and then the table salt. I can never remember because they give you these little sample packs to try it. So if you've got Redmond at home.
Yeah.
And you happen to have some regular table salt, or if you have the little shaker bottle and you go out to a restaurant, put a little bit of Redmond on your hand, like lick the Redmond, and then try the regular iodized table salt. And that stuff is going to taste like dirt. It is so disgusting. You notice a giant difference.
It's like, but you have to do the taste test.
You have to do the taste test to really understand and appreciate what you get with Redmond.
It is hilarious because you're like, what am I doing?
Yep. Sandra said, just found out one of our church members has passed from COVID today. So sad.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, we actually lost two congregants just like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, not from COVID though.
No. But it was terrible.
Claire said, I ate a keto brick for dinner today. Was crazy. Work was crazy today.
Oh,
Defense Wiz says, do pork rinds sit in your stomach like a rock after a small amount, but it's a good feeling.
Yeah, if I like totally just slam down a package of it, then all of a sudden for me, it's more in my throat. Like it's like it fills up my throat area like after a while, and I feel like, okay, I need to digest all these pork rinds.
Matreya said, I saw the 32-ounce Redmond seasoned salt is back in stock. Did my order. That stuff is amazing.
And it doesn't stay in stock very long. It's so
Donna
popular.
said, can I freeze my keto bricks? I know they're shelf stable. However, I bought extra to show my granddaughter. She doesn't like them. Yes, yeah. I actually put them... I put a lot of mine in the freezer because, number one, it makes me take them longer to eat, or especially the softer ones, like the newer ones, like the peanut butter and the chocolate peanut butter and the chocolate malted ones where they're a little bit softer.
It's actually a nice mouthfeel.
Yeah, but what happens, I can eat them much faster. So even a whole brick, like we've got 2 of them here and they're in the freezer. And this way it takes me longer to eat them because, especially down in Florida where they get much softer. Also, I always keep them in the freezer in a camper because when we go home, we keep this thing plugged in at the house so that I don't have to worry about the freezer or anything. And when we first got it, I had 2 keto bricks in the cabinet and they became no longer keto bricks. They became like a
keto
flat
brick
piece.
Amoebas.
Yeah. And now what happens is once they melt like that, you have to make sure you remelt them and mix the salt around because you would take a bite in
salt bomb and
it was
no
peanut
salt.
butter, which is usually higher in salt.
Yeah.
Lori said, I'm talented because I can make a list and still forget something.
I'm so good at that. Ugh.
April said, if y'all haven't seen my post on Facebook, go look. It's the dirt cake from Keto Chow cookies and cream for my son's birthday. Would be a great dessert for any holiday or just wanting a treat. I have to go look at that.
Nice. I feel like I saw it.
K-Bear said the pork and good seasoning would be awesome to take to Buffalo Wild Wings. Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, unfortunately, it's Tuesday, and there's probably not a Buffalo Wild Wings within like 2 hours of here.
No, there isn't.
But I'm thinking next Tuesday getting some Buffalo Wild Wings with no seasoning at all. Just plain, and then putting some of that dill pickle in there. Because when they're buy one, get one free on Tuesday, I can't make wings for the price of Buffalo Wild Wings. And they're frying them in tallow.
And they're just so good.
So if you get them with no seasoning, because their seasonings do have maltodextrin in them, and then put this on there instead of that one.
I feel like you're gonna love this with the smoky jalapeno and cheese on the chicken wings.
That's my plan for next week. My plan for next week is to do that.
That's a good plan. I
and
like
maybe
your plan.
even order the other flavors.
That's a delightful plan.
April said everyone loved it, even my grandboys, and they're picky.
Don't you love it when you just have a hit? You know what's a hit that like everybody loved was your cheeseburger casserole. Yeah. And I remember just thinking like, this doesn't maybe look like something like everyone's going to want to eat. And then we made it and it was such a hit at Christmas.
I remember.
It was amazing.
Our pastor, his wife was having some medical issues and needed to go on keto for a while.
Yeah, because it was like
she was like, and they were super busy. Like we were in the process of launching the building. So we went to him and said, for the next 4 weeks, we're going to cook all of your meals. Yeah. And so, like, didn't tell him, just said, like, I'm going to cook all your meals. And we would, on like, Tuesday, we would bring over, like,
do all the meal
trays of food that they could put in the freezer. And after the first day, like, Pastor called me up and said, next week, can you just make 7 days worth of that cheeseburger casserole?
Yeah, because it's
like,
crazy
that
good.
stuff is amazing.
And it freezes really well.
And they're foodies. That's what really made me feel good, because they are foodies.
She still says to me all the time, like, I need to go back on that. Because it really did reverse the situation.
But I just remember how happy they were with that.
Yeah.
Heather said, farm rules, if you have a half tank is empty, never go under half. I don't like to go under half. And especially because I used to drive a diesel truck. For years I drove a diesel truck. And the worst thing you can do in a diesel truck is let it get low, because you're going to start sucking up all that water and ruin your engine. Now I have a gas engine.
So you get kind of lazy.
No, I'm actually better with, because
Really?
as a diesel owner, I learned don't let it go past the half. Also, my diesel truck had a 40-gallon gas tank.
Wow.
And when I bought my first diesel fuel was only $1 a gallon. But the last one, the one that was stolen, when it was stolen, diesel was like $3.50 a gallon. So $3.50 a gallon, you don't really want to fill up a 40-gallon gas tank.
Between my Volkswagen and my iPhone, my Apple Watch, I'm a nervous wreck. My car is constantly telling me, like, this is how much longer you have until you don't have any gas, and I'm like, I don't know how to, like,
yeah, so you like to let it run down.
Budget.
Your car is like $16 to fill when it's on empty.
But it's always scaring me, like, I don't know how much longer, like, how far am I going? I need to go top off, and then at the same time, I'm getting alerts from my Apple Watch telling me, like, stand up, breathe. You need to breathe. And I'm like, am I not breathing? Am I dead? Crazy alerts.
Let's see. Shauna said, no lights for me. My biggest pet peeve is the lights of things to let you know if they are off. Ron said, Joe, download Gas Buddy on your phone. It'll tell you where the gas stations are and the cost of gas. Yeah, I have Gas Buddy. And I use it a lot. Also, my truck, when I bought my truck, it came with a serious 5-year thing where you can pull up it was free. You pull it up on the radio, and it tells you all of the gas stations, how far away they are, give you directions, and how much it costs for the gas at each one.
I like the app that's like the closest potty. I feel like we use that a lot.
Well, now we don't use that anymore.
Because we have a potty.
We just literally pull over to the side of the road and jump in the camper.
We still feel like we're getting away with something. K-Bear says, we were caught in a snowstorm in the mountains while on E for excitement one time.
That's not a good thing.
E for excitement for sure, right?
Let's see. Jessica said, I got my order in yesterday. Lots of refills of salt, fine, and kosher. I already have several bottles of onion, garlic, and seasoned and stock.
That garlic salt that they have is really good too.
It is really good. Lisa said she loves Gas Buddy.
Teresa says, so which should I try first? Keto Brick or Keto Chow?
They are completely different products. You can't even compare them.
Keto Brick is like, well, Keto Brick has all the fat in it. So like Keto Chow, you're making it yourself.
Yeah. So here's the thing: Keto Brick. Most people are not eating Keto Brick as a meal replacement. Okay.
I want more coffee.
I'm going to be honest.
While you're explaining,
you have a little bit more.
I only have a swig.
So Keto Brick is most people aren't using it as a meal replacement the way Robert designed and intended it. Most people are cutting it up or maybe stretching it into two. It will definitely fill you up. It is salty. It's not sweet at all. And I think it's great for backpacking, things like that. A lot of people use them as fat bombs, whereas Keto Chow is more of a meal replacement. The pro to Keto Chow is each shake is going to have 1/3 of all of the vitamins, the electrolytes, and the nutrients you need in the day, whereas Keto Brick is really just like, it's giving you fat and protein, but not necessarily all of the vitamins and the electrolytes. You still have to find some of that other stuff. So, like, if you had to do one, and you were looking for something for an on-the-go, which is what all of these products really are best for. Like, that's why Chris designed it. He's lazy, and he needed something for his busy lifestyle for on-the-go. I would go with Keto Brick. Or Keto Chow, rather. Because it's super easy to make. You can keep a bunch of them. They last for like 7 to 10 days in the refrigerator. And it's like, I'm on the way out the door, and hey, I need something. I don't want to stop at McDonald's and make it a stupid decision or something like that. And you could do it that way.
Here's my thing.
Plus, you could turn it into ice cream.
I was gonna say you can't make Keto Brick ice cream, but you can make Keto Chow ice cream, and that is the deciding factor for me personally.
Caboodle said Keto Chow is more versatile, but Keto Bricks are still awesome. He said ceiling fan plus another small fan on my nightstand. Plus, we also have a chili pad plus. That chili pad really gives you nice white noise. Which I have
like
to
that
call
noise
them.
too.
One of mine is sounding kind of like revving high.
Oh.
In fact, it was the new one. So one of them wasn't working. They sent me a brand new one. It worked for about a couple days. It's working, but it just sounds like the fan motor is running much louder than the other one is. So I don't know what's wrong
We
with
have
it.
a hen that's running much louder than the other ones are.
Yeah.
Every time she lays an egg, it's like, oh.
Defense was that the commuter and nonstop were also great and need some music. Yeah, the commuter I liked. Nonstop I really liked.
I don't even have a TV in my bedroom. That's probably
That's
a smart
great
thing.
Oh, it's horrible to go to sleep,
But-
especially like with all of the blue light and everything else.
Yeah.
Shauna said, I've been getting so cold, happy to turn the temperature up on my chili pad, losing my fat layer.
Aww.
Judy said, I just got my first keto chow order today, made 2 of them in the fridge for tomorrow, can't wait to try it.
I honestly can say that I can remember I used to be hardcore mean, honestly, to people who got cold in stores and such. But yeah, like when we went on keto and I started to like lose like the layer of fat,
fasting.
All of a sudden I would get cold and I'm like, man, I need to go and apologize to everybody that used to get cold when I was with them.
Steph said, I can't eat anything with maltodextrin and dextrose or maltitol, spikes me and I get super hot and start sweating.
My mom swells up
Yep.
with like the MSG. So this was something that she's really excited about because she loves flavoring. She loves seasonings. But when it has the MSG in it, it's just not worth the inflammation.
Stacy said, I've had the same alarm clock for 15 years because I can't wake up to anything else.
I totally get that. Like we have the same song on our phone as our alarm clock because you get used to that sound and I can hear it in a dead sleep.
See, and I get annoyed because I don't use alarm clocks. I just tell my body you need to get up, and I get up.
Wow,
now,
that's discipline.
I will usually set an alarm for about 5 to 10 minutes after I'm supposed to be up, but I pretty much always have to get up and cancel the alarm. Rachel likes to get up really early and doesn't have that ability, and it's very annoying because like I'm going to bed at 3 in the morning. And I want to get up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And Rachel's setting an alarm for 4 a.m. And I'm like, I just went to bed.
Well, Joe's got like this disciplined guy. Like, you get up when I tell you to. Okay, yes, sir. I've got a toddler on the inside of me. It's like, it's time to get up. No, you can't make me. You're not my real mom. Like, yeah, it's bad.
The worst part is, and it's like, fine, if you want to get up, if you want to have an alarm, put your phone right next to you so that you can set the alarm. And you can immediately get up and turn it off. But no, Rachel, if the phone is right next to her, is going to lean over, turn it off, and then go back to bed. So she puts her phone in the bathroom.
Yeah, because
So now she's got to get up and go across the room. But lately, she gets up, goes across. Well, not lately. The last couple of days, you've been really good about it.
Thank you.
But before that, she would get up, go across the room, turn off the phone, and then get back in bed for 2 more hours. And I'm like, then just don't have an alarm.
No, we need to do this dance. Yes, all of this is necessary. We have to.
That's why we have to get your chili pad working again, because when the chili pad
Wakes
it will
me up.
wake you up without an alarm by
It's waking
warming
me
up the bed.
It's waking me up with warmth, and that is the non-negotiable thing. When it wakes me up with heat, I'm getting out of bed. I'm just doing it.
Shauna said, I still have my CPAP. It helps me with white noise, but you're going to get rid of that CPAP soon.
Yes, you are.
Heather said, we always have a fan with us when we travel. Dale said, did you eat your latest Fear Factor food yet? No, we were going to do that tomorrow. We were going to do it today, but we really wanted to see if we can do 72 hours fasting. But then we realized that tonight's sponsor was Porking Good. So about an hour before we came on the live, we did that. But again, we each had a pork rind. We had like maybe 10 calories, and we're back in, and we're going to do it tomorrow. And we had to call an audible on one of them because one of them is
I kicked something off. I hope we don't need
canned duck eggs, and we don't have a can opener with us.
Yeah.
So,
hello.
I haven't seen a can without a pop top for something like that in a long time.
So we ventured out to Walmart to get one, and there is none.
Yeah, there's no Walmart.
And the Save-A-Lot doesn't have one.
Shell said, I hate dill seasoning, but I love salt and vinegar. I don't know why.
I love salt and vinegar.
He said $1,300 will buy a lot of steak.
Heck yes, it will.
Heather said, Phil falls asleep when he gets a tattoo. We have so many friends that are tattoo artists, so we get great deals.
Wow. I wish I could sleep during a tattoo.
Miriam said, Joe, you can use that tattoo money to come see us in Utah.
Yes.
We are going to come see you.
That is a better use.
Oh, I agree.
That's a better use of it.
Renee said, I don't spend $1,500 on one I just got. I just paid for the work as she did it each time.
Oh, nice.
She has a flat hourly rate, so I'm so glad I went with an experienced one and not a cheap local one.
Yeah, I got one in Vegas, and I know it was overcharged. It was like, there it is. That's a butterfly one, and it was like $400. And I remember walking away from that. It was from like Hart and Huntington. They used to have a show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, that was overpriced.
Renee said, I got the fried dill pickle ranch dip from Sam's. Not worth it. Just like a thick ranch dip with relish in it. I keep looking at all those different dips going, we need to make this keto, because they all are loaded with like canola oils and bad oils and everything.
But I want those flavors.
Yep. He said we use the regular table salt to clean our cast iron skillets. Yep, that is the best way. Try telling Rachel and Caleb, stop putting soap in your cast iron pans.
It looks dirty.
And the only way you're supposed to clean it when it burns on there is salt.
That can't be
salt in there.
That can't be true.
That's why I just do all the cooking on the black side, because then she sees that she never actually sees that I never put soap or anything or wash it.
Heather is going to go binge watch her show, which is The Mandalorian. We need to binge watch season 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, so have fun with that.
Alex said when you're trying to eat a keto brick on a 30-minute lunch, the softer ones are nice to have.
Yeah.
Carol said, hey, does anyone know if you're eating Redmonds and have a thyroid problem, where do you get your iodine from? Have some liver or get some iodine drops. Like Dr. Berry recommends a lot of different types of iodine drops.
Yeah. Talk about looking funny. It reminds me of like mercurochrome.
Yeah.
It's like we have the iodine drops. It's like a dropper, and you're just putting it into your coffee or whatever, and you're like, okay, that looks like it should be going into a first aid kit.
So Carol wants to know, does anyone know if Redmond has iodine in it? No, it does not. Robin said, I used your recipe for keto chow custard today for the first time. I used salted caramel. It was delicious. I can't wait to try it with lemon.
Awesome. Well, thanks for trying our recipe. I appreciate that. Big thanks to Lisa, too. She has been, and Heath, whenever they use like a recipe, they always give us a shout out on Instagram. Thank you for doing that. That's so sweet.
So Kat said she's just trying to start with us.
Uh-oh.
Good evening. I think your lasagna is amazeballs.
Balls. There you go, Rachel. Oh my gosh. The AC/DC song that Heath put up about balls was like so stinking awesome. It's definitely going to be the soundtrack of my life now.
Yeah.
I love it. Balls.
Shauna said, oh my, I just tried the new high-key dark chocolate almond caramel clusters. We will be keeping those in the freezer.
It is so good.
We've got 2 packages of them. We tried that one on the live stream.
So good.
Immediately put them, I'm not getting rid of them. I'm not giving them away to anybody.
No, I know.
I'm saving them for like an absolute treat, but they are buried in the back of the freezer. Because they are high in total carbs right there. And honestly, I was completely satisfied eating a half of one. But if you give me a whole one of them, I am going to eat that.
If you give me a whole bag of them, I will eat them.
And that is going to ruin my whole day. So yeah, so they are completely hidden from both of us.
But aren't they like
they are
freaking amazing? Yeah, those are like a true turtle.
What I've really learned now with that kind of stuff for us is the real problem I have is like a drive-by chocolate piece. Like, ooh, a piece of Chalk Zero. Like, let me have one at noon, even though I'm not eating. Now I've just completely like destroyed my whole fast and everything for a 25 calorie piece of chocolate. I've elevated my insulin levels.
Some days it's worth it. I'm sorry. Some days it's worth it.
Our thing is when we're going to have something like a piece of Chalk Zero, so even if you do get a little bit of an insulin reaction, even if you do get some type of a glucose reaction to it, do it with your meal where you're already elevating your insulin.
That's true.
So even if you have pure fat, you're going to have an insulin reaction. Not as much as eating sugar, but you're still having it. So if you're going to have something like that, it's best to do it with your meal where you're already messing with your insulin levels.
I will eat, though, that piece of chocolate, like out of the advent calendar before we eat our meal. Yeah. So, like, I know that
at least it's with your meal.
It's with my meal, but I can still be childlike.
Yeah.
Eat it first.
Christopher said, if I'm going out and I don't want to stop, I take a keto brick because I usually don't have keto chow made and ready to go, but the brick is.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get to the bottom so we can pull the winner of the keto
Yes!
Bar. And he said, chocolate toffee is my favorite keto chow. I've never had a TV in my bedroom. My kids were so mad growing up because I wouldn't let them have one either.
Chocolate toffee for the win. Yes. And I think that was really good. We didn't let our kids have a TV in their room either growing up until they were a little older.
Yeah.
I remember it was like a sweet 16 thing for me. I wasn't, my parents were like, no, you're not having a TV in your room. But we didn't have cable either, so it was like, what are you going to watch? Like, go in your room and watch the news?
Right.
Go in your room and watch,
Miriam and I are so alike.
The Beverly Hills
It
Boys?
is scary. Miriam and I are so alike. It's very scary.
I like that about you.
So
the more you're like her, the more I like you.
She said, I am a late night person. Chris is a morning person.
Chris.
I'm nice
babe.
and go to bed with him so we can get up early. Yeah, I'm not that nice.
Yeah, no.
No, wait, no, I shouldn't say that.
You need to work on being more like Miriam.
No, I still get up with you, except for when you started getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning.
I bet she's more sunny than you are when you're getting up with me early.
I think you're grumpier than I am in the morning.
You think so?
I
Can't
know
be true.
So.
I'm Chris Bear in the morning.
When you were
I'm
getting up at
6
6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning, I was right there with you, even if I went to bed at 4.
I think I'm like Chris. Chris is waking up like Dave Kemp, just smiling and nice.
Can you imagine Dave Kemp waking up in the morning?
You know what would be best? Would be like if Dave Kemp and Chris Bear were like roommates in college. I'd watch that sitcom all day long. I think that'd be delightful.
Jennifer said, I haven't tried the Keto Brick yet. I really want to, but I don't like sweets.
Instead of the odd couple, they'd be the even couple.
So, Keto Bricks, they have a slight sweetness, but they are not very sweet. That's, I think, people's biggest complaint. Keto Bricks, you either love them or you hate them. There's very few people who are, like, in the middle of them.
No one is confused about their feelings.
When you first start keto, a lot of people say, like, this is not sweet enough, and it's way too salty. I know Christopher is that way. Then once you've been on keto for a while and your tastes have changed, a lot of people will be like, well, this is sweet, and, like, it needs more salt.
So my advice would be, if you tried them early in your keto journey and didn't like them, give them another shot.
Tried them.
But give them another shot, even if you didn't like them at first, because you may change your mind.
Annie, I like this. My alarm is set on my phone, and it's under my pillow on vibrate, so I don't wake the hubby up.
You're so much nicer than me. That's the lady that you should have married, not this one.
Okay, let's.
Rhonda's here. Hi, Rhonda.
Let's go do the giveaway.
Let's see. Hello. Have you noticed that several YouTube channels that focused on keto are now going low carb? I eat this way to prevent various health issues. I guess that's not a concern for some. Yeah, I mean, I think that sometimes too, when a name becomes like, people put it into like a fad category, they change it because they're afraid.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I had the opportunity to sit down with Dr. Cyrus because I wanted a CGM, and Dr. Cyrus is kind of local to us, so I made him my doctor. And he talked about, like, you know, keto is not new. Okay, first of all, keto's been around since, like, the early 1900s, and then you had Atkins, and what happens is people get tired of something. We talk about sustainability. And so people are like, they go on keto and they really like keto, and then they think that, well, they start eating too many keto products, or what can I change? So they go carnivore, and then they do that for a while. What's stricter? And they keep going stricter and stricter and stricter.
Maybe
and then they
Mediterranean
go back,
carnivore.
oh, this doesn't work. And they want to try to incorporate things back. So the people who are trying to go back to low carb, they're trying to incorporate more carbs back into their life. For me, it's a slippery slope. But that was the problem with Atkins, in my opinion. Atkins had you low carb, like in ketosis, and then you would slowly incorporate carbs back into your lifestyle.
Yeah.
For me, that's bad. One of the things that always kept me keto early on was I knew if I had a day where I was going to eat some bread or something, I'm going downhill and not coming back.
Yeah.
And so it's just a real slippery slope to start trying to incorporate that stuff back in. There is no such thing as an essential carb. You don't need carbs. Now, people like Danny Vega and stuff who do carb cycling.
But his whole life is the opposite of me.
Have you seen Danny Vega?
He looks like he should be in 300.
When you have that much muscle, you could burn through 150 carbs taking a walk around the block. Most of us can't.
Do you know that I have never been confused for him?
Really?
No one has ever stopped me.
What about Mata?
No one has ever stopped me and say,
I'm pretty sure that
is your
Mata
last
could lift
name
me
Vega?
up.
Because I think that you look like a Vega. No one.
Now, on the same, you can look at Keto Savage, who is a natural competitive bodybuilder.
I haven't been confused for him or Crystal
he doesn't do any carbs. He did a marathon with no carbs. So Like, you don't need the carbs. It's what are you willing to do? Do you want to, if you want to incorporate maybe a couple of vegetables, I wouldn't go back. There's no reason to be eating starches and stuff. But that's just, again, my opinion. But you don't need any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give away something. So this is for the Keto Brick.
This is for the Keto Brick. Let me just get the URL.
URL delight.
Okay, ready?
Here we go. How many people are in this? There is 206. And the winner is
Brianna!
Brianna, big fun tonight. Thanks. Brianna, you won. It's about to get funner, girl.
Okay, let me go back to...
Exciting.
There we go. So, Brianna, do us a favor, send me an email at twoCrazyKetos@gmail.com with your name, your shipping information, whatever email address you want them to contact. I will get a hold of the Keto Brick crew, and they will send out to you a combination pack of all the different flavors.
Exciting.
So, okay, ready?
Yes.
A couple more, and then we're going to get off so that Chris and Miriam can have their live stream.
Chris and Miriam.
Carmen said, I've been listening in the rain. It's an 8-hour soundtrack on YouTube and subliminal content like positive self-talk, confidence.
I like that.
And also weight loss ones.
I also like worship music.
Yeah,
that's
Well, that's all I ever listen to in my car.
And I like
worship music and YouTube videos. What are you doing? You're
I'm
messing with the camera.
Sorry. I like my recliner. Reclined.
Andy said, I've been thinking about getting a chili pad. I have a liver disease that causes my skin to be extremely itchy when I get too warm.
We've really loved it.
Love the chili pad. Now, there's two kinds. You can get the chili pad or you can get the Uller. The chili pad is the original one. The difference between the two of them is, because I think they actually have the same mattress pad now. The Uller has an app where you can set it to come on and go off at a certain time, and
Uller.
you can program it for yourself. It also self-cleans. Whereas the original one,
all about that.
You have to get the solution and every once in a while clean it out because it'll start developing like mildew and stuff in there. So I like the Uller one a little bit better.
I need a self-cleaning house.
But there is a huge difference in the price.
We have a link
down below. They don't give us a coupon code, but they always have deals. But if you use our link, and then you can do a search for deals.
And I'm going home to 2 young adult men.
For what?
Like when you're thinking about cleaning. I need some self-cleaning.
Those 2 young adult men were instructed that we better not come home to a dirty house, and they were instructed there better not be one piece of clothing that mom has to wash.
We'll see.
Because you shouldn't have to come home from a vacation to do laundry. I got you.
You're getting cuter by the second.
I got you.
Cuter by the minute. Second.
As Nanny is probably running over there right now to be
Y'all better.
Let me make sure there's all laundry. Which, if she wants to do the laundry, that's awesome.
She's
because
like, no.
that woman has the best smelling laundry ever.
She is a laundry gift.
I'm like ready to pay her to do the laundry.
Her laundry sauce is the most amazing laundry sauce.
Renee said, I definitely don't fall asleep during this last session because she was all over the front of my shoulder.
Yeah. Beef liver is good. I like that.
Shauna said, if you go to their site, they have a company that offers a payment plan, no interest. I love my chili pad. Yeah, they actually have 2 different payment plans. Use the one they have one. I forgot what it's called. No, it wasn't bread. There's another one. I forgot what it is. But you can break it up, and it's kind of like the QVC thing. You register your credit card, and then they just payments. 5 payments or whatever it is, and there's no interest, no payment thing. I'm fine with that. I just don't like any of those like the ones that charge you interest rates and stuff and it's ridiculous interest rates.
Like the mafia.
Firm, like 30%.
It's like mafia interest rates.
Stephanie said, early easy way to fall asleep is when I say my prayers. I get so relaxed every morning, wake up and feel like crap. I fell asleep in the middle of my prayers again.
That's
not a bad thing.
I've done that before too.
Lori said, I have a fairy in my left forearm and a straight check with wings on my right forearm, which was my own design.
That's beautiful. Mai says, thank you all for the prayers for our burnt out healthcare workers. I showed all my coworkers and we are really thankful. Aw, we love you, Mai.
Teresa said I use Dulce Flakes from iodine.
Neat.
Annie said, OMG, this Chalk Zero bark is stinking good.
It is very good. Their bark is amazing.
Yep.
Renee said, my fave has begun to have some sort of eczema or something, flaky, raw, red bumps around my nose and mouth from being in the mask all the time. Better than the alternative, I guess, but very self-conscious. Oh, you're gorgeous. Don't you even think about it. Your face is, I love your face. It's one of my favorite faces.
Steph said the Keto Bricks we've had are more salty than sweet. Yes, they are. So Christopher said, Keto Brick was disgusting when I started keto. Now it's one of my favorites, except they got rid of my flavor. Joe said, 4 years, never had a Keto Brick. We need to hook up. We need to get together with Joe for lunch or something.
Yeah, we got to hook
down
up.
The street.
Yeah, we got to hook him up with a Keto Brick.
Yeah.
Carol and I get them at natural grocers, health food stores.
Not Keto Bricks.
No.
Let's see. Karen said, I have 2 tattoos, one penguin on my right arm for my mom, and a triqueta on my shoulder with a heart encircled and a round ring. Faith, hope, and charity, and the greatest of these is love.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. He says, I never want to stop eating carnivore. The more plants I have cut out of my diet, the better I feel.
Yep.
Yeah. Pulani says, hi from Hawaii. Hello.
That's awesome. And he said, I started keto because of liver issues. The almost 30-pound weight loss was a side effect.
I love that attitude.
I have to be healthy to raise my grandkids.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
That's awesome. I still don't understand why anyone would purposely run a marathon. The first person to do so died.
I'm kind of with you.
I am definitely, I am so bad at running, too. I think that if I was cuter when I ran, it would be something that I would move forward with. Get it? Move forward with. But I look crazy when I run. I look like Elaine Bennis dancing when I run.
And he said, thanks, guys. The Uber sounds like the way to go. It is if you can afford it. I mean, you have to look at, sleep is one of the most important things. As much as, I don't sleep now, it was even worse before.
It was so bad. Parasailing is fun, too.
That would be a lot of fun.
That would be fun.
I actually did one. Renee said, my graduating college class all skydived. Amazing memory.
Okay, I'm not interested in that. Joe did do skydiving, but, I am not jumping out of a perfectly good plane. I'm going, I paid for the whole trip, and I'm taking the whole trip. Oh my gosh. Heath and me said the same thing.
Go ahead and read it. I can't even read it.
That's what I want to do. Jump out of a perfectly good plane with only a bed sheet and some string to maybe save me. Yes. Yes. I'm afraid.
Loving It on Keto said we've never had a Keto Brick either.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Healthy and Keto says, one tattoo, it's burning. An elephant with my late husband's name. That's amazing.
Jennifer wants to see your earrings.
Oh, they're Disney ones. They have a ton of little Mickey ears. I was thinking of
that's good timing.
My friend Jenna, who's getting married today, and they could only have a few people, but she's getting married at Disney, and that's her awesome. Favorite thing. So I just wanted to remember to pray all day about her wedding, because that's you've got so much sunk into this,
right?
And she's getting married at the grand ballroom, and her change had to plan. I mean, she has been planning this wedding since 2018, but then 2020 happened, and she actually had a week's worth of hotel. They canceled the hotel. She was scrambling last week to get new accommodations. Now she can only have 10 people there. It was a hot mess. So I was just praying for her day. So I love you, Jenna.
And he said, I'm with you, Rachel, not jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. Okay.
Thank you.
So we're going to get off because I'm going to go lay down because my eyes and my nose are burning. Yes. And I know Chris and Miriam have their live stream, and a lot of you guys want to go join their live stream.
Yes, so don't miss it. We're going to get off.
Make sure you go and hit the comment section on this video sometime between tonight and tomorrow. And tomorrow we have another good sponsor. Tomorrow's sponsor is Perfect Keto. And I will tell you what they are launching in the morning. We have a link down below. I'm going to put in the description of this when we're done, the link that you can use in the morning for it. And because there's a deal, they are launching peanut butter collagen.
Wow. That's going to be hugely popular.
That's the new flavor that's coming out, and it's launching tomorrow. I think we have a tub of it at home, but we're not home. So
we'll see it when it gets home.
If it's home, we will try it tomorrow night. But yeah, they're going to have a special deal. That's launching tomorrow. And we've got a really good bundle from them for tomorrow's live stream.
Yeah.
So go hit the comment section, and we will see everybody tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Aw, we
Bye.
love you. Bye.